Well, good morning guys. I'm starting on a new project today. I'm going to be building a little cabinet as you walk into the side door of the bus, just on the right side where the door folds in and out. So I've been taking measurements and thinking of what I'm going to be using it for. What'll happen is we'll probably put all the shoes that we're wearing in this little container, and maybe some other stuff, I'm not sure yet. But anyway, I've worked out what I'm going to do. I've got the timber now, and so I'm just going to start cutting it and see how we go. I'll just spin you around and show you what I'm thinking with the design, and we'll go from there. Okay, this is just a bit of a mock-up of what I'm doing. So this section here will be covered by the bar that opens and closes with the door. So I've kept that free. That'll just be white paneling that you see. And then here is going to be 4 shelves. There'll be the bottom one and another middle one here and here, with a caboodle door to keep with the rest of the bus on the front, which will open this way. And then at the top there'll be a little open tray area to put other stuff in there. I think. I haven't decided on this top bit yet, so I'll start to cut this. I want to check what it looks like with the size of the door that's going to be there, and then I'll decide whether this will be there or not. The other thing is we've got a power point just up on the side panel, which will go into this cupboard on the back, which will be behind my chair. So anyway, that's the plan. I'm using 30 by 30 pine for this, so it's not hugely thick and it's a bit lighter, but it'll still be sturdy because this is going to be also the back of my seat. So that's what I'm using there. Alright guys, this is where I'm putting the cabinet. There's a sliding side door. It's going just in here. So it's going to be the back of my seat, as well as it's also going to be where we put our thongs and our shoes and some other stuff in here. So I've just cut the first piece to see, and it fits in okay there, and it fits in under here, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to move this and put it in the side of the cabinet, this side, because that's for when we charge our phones or connect our computers and we need some power. So I think I'll stick that on this side, but that's the first part cut, so it fits under there okay. I'll do the smaller side now and another bit here just to make sure that the depth is right, and then I can do the rest of it. Okay guys, I haven't joined this together, I've just cut it out, but it looks like it's going to be what I need. Now, sorry, it's a bit hard to hold this while I'm doing it. I've allowed 5mm on this side for 3mm pine and the wall paneling 1.6, so basically 5mm on either side. Give me some clearance for the chair to travel, but also enough room to fit shoes in. So it's 150mm wide, so my feet aren't that wide, thank goodness. Alright guys, I've now just temporarily screwed it together so I can have a look. I've built this opening for the door size this time, so I know the door size. So this time I can just go to Bunnings and get the exact door I need, and I'll know it'll fit because I've used the measurements and looked at the other doors to make sure I'm right, but I know this is right. So this is the front section. It'll stand up like this, and the door will open this way and the shelves will be inside. So I'll go out to the bus and have a look and see it's working. Alright guys, so I finished building the frame for it. It's not, it's only temporarily screwed in just so I can see it. I'm going to go and get the door from Bunnings tomorrow and make sure it fits here. If that fits, then I'm going to glue and screw it all together. It looks like I'll probably only have one shelf, one here. My sand shoes and thongs. Carolyn's will have sand shoes and thongs up here. Oh, Carolyn's other shoes will sit in the bottom of her shelf, and my boots will be in the bottom of my cupboard as well. So once I'm sure this is right, I'll glue and screw it, and then I can put all the plywood paneling, the shelf in, the wall paneling and the door. So that'll be done this week. Alright guys, today I've been working on with this side door cabinet. I've now glued and screwed it all together. I've also added shelf brackets across here, and the shelf I've just used 3mm ply because there's nothing really going to be heavy on this anyway. Some thongs, some shoes, keys, wallet maybe, whatever, nothing much anyway. So that's it built, and I know it fits because I fitted it yesterday. What I'm going to do is I've bought the door, so I'm going to go and get the door and test fit that to make sure I've measured right. I've triple checked it anyway, so it'll be fine. I just got to make sure I can fit the hinges, so I'll probably have to add a bit more support here on each where the hinges go, and then I can cut out the 3mm plywood which will go on the sides, the back and the front. It won't go on this side. And once I've cut that, and then I can cut the wall paneling that goes on front of that, and once I know that's alright, then I can install it. Alright guys, I've just cut out one of the back pieces of 3mm ply. I've just put 4 screws on it. I'm going to take it out to the bus and check where I'll have to cut a little section out. I can cut that section out, and that's then the back, and then I've got the front and the side to do. Okay guys, I fitted the door just to see how it goes, and it fits nice on the top, but the frame has got a bit of a bow in it, unfortunately. So what I'm thinking of doing is dropping this hinge down a little bit more to counteract the little bit of bow in it, and hopefully that should fix the issue up. So that's what I'm going to try now. Alright guys, what I'm doing is I'm putting this piece up first. This is a side piece because I'm not going to use the thick aluminium paneling because it's going to stick out too much at the back and hit the seat. So I'm just using the thin one here, which I'll put along the side at the front and the back. So what I'm doing with this side piece is I'm cutting it in place so I've got exactly the right size. So when this piece actually goes on, like so, it'll be sitting level against the side bit just there. Well, that's the plan anyway, so we'll see how it goes. So I've just hooked it all up like I've done here, clamped it here, putting the circular saw and trying to keep straight along this edge. Alright guys, I've just given a quick paint where spots you're going to see when you open the door on either side, and I've also, with the shelves, I've carpeted them and glued them, the carpet down to it. I've still got to glue it to the frame itself, but I want to make sure I've cut all the edge bits first to make sure all that's working before I go and finally put these in, because once I put them in I can't move them. So I've cut out the front section now. I've also got the side section, but I've got to just do a bit of trimming with that side section. And this is the back section that I'm doing now. I'm just about to cut that out. It just leaves the top part. I'm also just... So I've painted the trim on some of them. I've just put the first white coat on that. I've already undercoated this one. This one was already painted, so it's done, and now I've got to cut all the other ones and paint them as well, so this is on the way. So once all these are done, then I can put it all together. Oh, good morning guys. I've just come out to the bus and I'm working on the side door cabinet, and you've really got to think things through before you go and do them. I've built all the cabinet and glued and screwed it all together. I haven't put on the wall paneling yet, but I've just come out and I've put it in, and I've checked this a few times, and I'll turn you around and show you. So basically I've got to make sure that the door doesn't hit here, which I knew, and I've taken that into account, and I should have enough room to slide the seat back and forth with the little bit of a gap there and there. But the one thing I didn't think of is how I'm going to fix it in. Now, the drill just fills in. I've pre-drilled some holes here, and the drill just fits in here. If I've got the shelves in, I'd be struggling to do it, especially any of them. So now what I'm thinking is I'm going to drill through here and mark where it's going into the frame of the bus and pre-drill that hole so it's ready to go. That way I can just squeeze a drill in to these spots and get it. I'm going to glue the back sheet on, and I can glue the front sheet on as well, I'm pretty sure, because that's not a problem. And I will be able to, I think, I haven't got my shelving, but I should be able to slide in here, turn them down. Now I can't glue the shelving down because I need to be able to screw in and the bottom to get it right. So all these things you've got to think of when you're building. I don't know whether it would have been easier to build it in situ, take the chair out and then do it that way. Anyway, this is the way I've done it now, so I'll just have to get my head around and hopefully be able to screw down to secure it the way I want to do. So guys, you got to think of everything. Unfortunately, I haven't here. I've just forgotten something again, which happens a lot. Joys of old age. Anyway, we'll get around it. Once again, with anything, fixing or being able to fix issues that arise while you're building a bus is more than building the bus, I think, because the amount of times I've come across stuff and not thought about it when I was doing it, and not till I got to that situation that I've got to realise I've got to make it work. So, alright guys, that's the front section glued on. Just got to let it harden off, and then I'm going to do the back, and then I can fix it in. Then I can do the side and the top. So the side's already done. The only one I'll have to measure is the top one once it's in position. So we're getting there. It's a fiddly job, but it's getting there. Well, good morning guys. I'm still working on this cabinet. I think what happens is I choose the hardest way to do everything, which is a pain in the butt. Anyway, I'll turn you around and show you what I mean. Okay, because it's so small, trying to get everything in after I put the sides on is not easy. So I put the front on, put the back on. I've measured the hole where the electrical cable is going to come through with the conduit. I made it too big, but that's okay. I can fill it in with some filler after that. And I've also cut the spot out for the power point. Now, the problem being is, because everything's going to be in line, it's very hard to get the conduit back through this space here and up through the middle. I don't know whether I can show you through here at the moment. Oh, well, you can see it. Let me stick my finger up there. I've drilled the holes through there. You can see my finger there. And I've done the same up on this side here, where the conduit's going to come through. So that's been a bit tough. Getting these shells in and out before I close everything is going to be a bit tough, but I think I'll be right with that. So now that I've worked out where these placements go, I'm going to glue this down and then let it harden off. Then I can put it in position and screw it in, get the cable up, get the power point back up, get all this side right, and then I can finish off the side part, which I've cut and got all the things ready for. That's done. Then all I have to do is the top part, which I haven't cut or done the trimming for, but once it's up I can do it so on the top, so it's nice and easy. So yeah, if I can make it hard, I do. I think I like doing it that way. Alright guys, let me keep going. Okay guys, I finished putting the back on now. It's now glued on. Hole for the power point and for the cable to come up through. Alright guys, I'm going to call it a day. Still haven't quite finished, but as you can see, it's now in. Nice and tight, not moving, so basically when I sit my back against it, that's going to give me my back support. The door's in. I haven't put the handle in yet. Shelves are in. The socket's in. Electrical socket's in now. So back's in. The only things I've got left to do is this side piece, which I've actually cut and it's ready to go in. The reason why I'm not putting it in is because I've got a mark down the bottom where the door lock's going to go. So I wanted to be able to get into it easy enough to mark it. So that's why that's off. So tomorrow I'll do the door handle, mark where the door lock's going, put it in. Once that's working, then I can put this section on. Well, good morning guys. Sorry this video is going to be late this week, but I'm just running behind as always. So I've got the door now and the lock on it. I've also put the side on it. So the last thing I've got to do is do the top part. So I'm just got out the edging or the trim. I'm going to cut it all up and mark it and get it right, and then I'll cut the bit of sheeting that goes here, paint these edges, and then this can go back on, and then this will be finished. So hopefully it should be done late this afternoon, early tomorrow. G'day guys, I just wanted to finish this video so I can get it out. I've now finished the cabinet beside me. I'll spin you around and show you. So as you come in the side door, here it is here. It's got the shelves in, carpets in, door, and the door lock's on now so it won't move. And I've also finished putting the top part on. There it is from the side and the back. And this will be the back of my chair as well. So it is all done. So sorry for the late video, guys. It just took me longer than I thought. Anyway, it's done now, so I'll go and edit it and get it out for you. Alright, I hope you had a good week. I hope your build's going really well. And for now, we'll say goodbye. Don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button for us. That really helps us out in the algorithm. So once again, guys, have a good week and we'll talk to you next video. Okay, see you now.